Hello YouTube, this is NASCAR 48 WW2 Buff here with the INORL Lowe's Nationwide Series Race 14 here at Carbondale for the Chips Ahoy 300. And how about that man right there, Brody Talley pulling away with the pole with Wilhelm Schultz on the outside row with Seth Cole and your Las Vegas winner, Jeremy McMurray, rounding out the top four. Now this is a very tough track to pass, and it's very tough coming off of turn 3. And you heard me right, there is 3 turns on this track. This is a Lake Pocono track, and these drivers have to get around this with 2 triangular circuits on the schedule here for the Nationwide Series. And how about Aaron Mason, a rookie, pulling away with 5th first starting spot, and Dylan Young, he's just came from quarter slammer after pulling out a win in the Truck Series. Can that carry over and him getting a win here in the Nationwide Series? Then you have Brian James and Kevin Ulrich and William Duncan, your points leader, by 36 points over Austin Talley and Joseph Bryant rounding out the top 10. Yep, William Duncan has a 36-point lead over Austin Talley, who is starting about midfield here. And then you're probably wondering where third is. Third is 175 points behind, I believe, which is Gene Sanford, who is starting dead last today. That was not the starting point where she wanted to get. Last week's winner going to start last. This race can get very crazy. A lot of wrecks can happen, or they cannot happen. It's very hard to pass for the lead here. Usually the leader holds throughout most of the race. Pit stops are going to be the main game changer. Pit stops are going to be the factor. If you get a good pit stop, you can easily come out to win this race. And midfield, got to be careful. They go three wide off turn 3. They end up wrecking and hitting the wall, and a total of cars taken out. And Tony Blazer, also in the 3 cars, rounding out 4th, 61 points behind Gene Sanford, starting right back there also. So the top 4 are very far apart from each other in the points battle, but that could close in here soon. Let's get ready for starting command.
Drivers, start your engines.
These 42 drivers are getting ready to rev their engines up as we're ready to go here for race 14 here at Carbondale for the Chips Ahoy 300. And you can hear these engines revving. They are coming around this turn. There was that triangle part I was talking about. Now it's time to get to the lead here. We are on TV2. Pace car pulls in. Brody Talley will take us to the green here at Quarter Slammer. Who can win? Oh, here comes Wilhelm Schultz on the outside. But can Brody Talley hold up on the inside? And the 60 car of Pichu Walker has not begun this race. He has a crankshaft issue and will not start this race. What a tough break for Pichu London. And I think the caution is out. No, it is not, but Gene Sanford way off the pace. She needs to get her butt up here. And Wilhelm Schultz is right with Brody Talley, but can he make a move? The outside is a pretty good line here. So is the inside. It's going to be pretty even throughout this race. Brody Talley starting to pull away now with Jeremy McMurray taking over 3rd, with Seth Cole taking over 4th, and Dylan Young and Aaron Mason battling out for the last spot in the top 5. Looks like Dylan Young might get it through this corner, and he's actually going to try to pass Seth Cole now. And Brody Talley still holding the lead with Wilhelm Schultz trying to come back, but Jeremy McMurray is on his tail. He has to worry about him too. He is right on his tail. Can he make a pass on this lap? He's looking to the outside, but he's not going to get there. And we might have a battle for 4th or 5th. Dylan Young right on Seth Cole's tail in that number 5 Tax Slayer. 39 versus the 5. Ford versus Chevy, a classic muscle car battle. But it looks like the top 5 and 6 have cleared out. Let's go farther in the field for a battle. Battle for 8th here. Kevin Ulrich and William Duncan. William Duncan needs every spot he can get. But it looks like Kevin Ulrich will clear him, and now Charles Jackson is trying to pass him. William Duncan doesn't want to be stuck on that high line too much, because he needs to hold this points lead. Now he's coming back on the Kevin Ulrich's outside. But won't get there, and he'll fall on the line. Oh! And Seth Cole gets turned by Dylan Young up into Aaron Mason and Brian James, and they're both into the wall. How about that braking by Brian James? Was anybody else involved? I don't think so. As Seth Cole got turned down the racetrack and came back up into Aaron Mason, and Aaron Mason had just nowhere to go. And what happened there, as I saw Dylan Young on his tail and just about turned him, and Dylan Young is staying out too, along with Charles Jackson, Derek Drayward, David Rochester, Brendan Patterson, and Tyson Broad, Sam Young, and a couple other, and it's just a mess back here. But let's take you up to the pit lane 1 here, as this is a horrible view. Forget that. Just got to do it this way. Let's see the battle of pit road here. As it looks like Birdie Talley might win it off. Who's going to win it here? Looks like a 4-tire pit stop for most drivers. Oh no, only a two-tire pit stop, and Birdie Talley just beats Jeremy McMurray out of the pits and just about got into a little bit of trouble right there with him also. But about maybe 10 cars stayed out along with Dylan Young. Let me take you to see what went wrong here at Quarter Slimer. Alright, here's the 5 and the 39. Let's see if Dylan Young did turn him. The 5 looks way out of the groove. Oh, the 5 hit the wall. Seth Cole and came down on the Dylan Young. Dylan Young did not cause this wreck. He was just an innocent bystander. And the 5 just lost control on Aaron Mason. So close to getting through this. Dylan Young almost got involved again. And around they both go heavily into the outside wall. That could really hurt their car. How about William Duncan? He was a benefactor, as he's going to gain a couple positions right there. And they were lucky no one else hit them, because that could have been a lot worse. And the field's all bunched up to try to get past them. Let's see this from the roof camera of Aaron Mason, as he just had nowhere to go. Then we'll do one with Brian James, as he made a great move to get through that. Let's go with Brian James here. Let's see how he got through this, because he made a great move here. How about that move? That takes some skill to yank the car straight to the left like that. And I'll take you back to the green here at Quarter Slimer. And we are back. P2 London is still the only retired car with the crankshaft issue. Dylan Young first, Charles Jackson second, Derek Drayward third, sorry about the view right there, Brendan Patterson fourth, David Rochester fifth, Tyson Broad sixth, Sam Young seventh, Jerry Guerrero eighth, Henry Sanford ninth, and Birdie Talley rounding out the top 10. 9 cars stayed out. Was that a smart move or was it not? Dylan Young gets out to a great restart right there. He's going to pull away. Now, if Dylan Young wins this race, he could be on track for the first ever driver to try to sweep all 3 races, the Truck, Nationwide, and Cup Series. But he has to win this race also with the Cup Series to do that. And it looks like he's on track to doing that. As he is just doing pretty well. And I think I saw the caution flag out, was it? No, it was not. Aaron Mason way off the pace. Gene Sanford is just not doing too well today either. Seth Cole's running faster. And Nicholas Guerrero. A lot of cars just having a lot of trouble today. Here's Austin Talley way back here, just getting inside the top 20. He has a ways to work himself up to William Duncan to try to pass him. But he's not too far behind. William Duncan fell back a little bit on that restart. And it looks like Charles Jackson is starting to reel in Dylan Young with Derek Drayward right there behind him, and Brendan Patterson and David Rochester. But will it be enough? This is a pretty short race, maybe. It's only 45 laps. Derek Drayward looking to the outside of Charles Jackson a bit, but will it be enough? He gets a bit of a run off the corner. But he's not going to get there. That's a pretty tight turn on turn 2 right there, the tunnel turn. Let's take you back to a battle in the field. Let's see where somebody's battling. Brody Talley and Henry Sanford battling for 9th. Can Henry Sanford stick on the outside? He has 2 wins. Oh, and they're looking to go 3 wide almost, but they didn't. Battle right here between Joseph Bryant and William Duncan. But Bryant gets a run off that corner, but William Duncan is still looking on the inside, but he's not going to get there. Jaden Garylord and Kyle Sanowski battling for 21st. Or 20th. No, 20th. Sanowski using the outside, Garylord using the inside. The outside line has doing better throughout this race. And it looks like he will clear him and try to battle Austin Talley now for position. And now JT Teal fighting Fritz Lukender, but that battle will short out. Not much battles throughout the field on. Everybody's keeping quiet till the end of the race. Brandon Bainway back here versus James Qualls, who's not doing too well today. John Wilson back here also, along with Charles Sanford. And Austin Ogo. This is actually Austin Ogo's last race for the Nationwide Series. Sean Galligan will be taking that car over next week. So, a new rookie coming in. Sean actually just won the Cup race last week. And now he's joining the Truck, the Retro Series, and the Nationwide Series. He will be in all 4 series. So, I guess you can give a farewell to Austin Ogo. He closed his account, and his ride will be taken over. Man, just Jean Sanford way off the pace today. This is going to hurt her even more in points. Something's definitely not right in that car. And no, there is no passes for position in the top 5. Staying how it is. Got pretty spread out. Brody Talley is working his way up pretty well. Using that outside to his advantage. But Jerry McMurray going to close him off there. But he's still looking there, and it looks like he will battle for this position. William Duncan back here on the outside working against Joseph Bryant. And he better keep a keen eye in his rearview mirror as Austin Talley is not too far behind. Let's take it on board here with William Duncan. William Duncan still battling Henry Sanford for that position. It's very hard to pass on this track, as you can see. A lot of drivers struggling. Now, these top 9 cars are eventually going to have to pit until we get another caution. And it doesn't look like that's happening. And Charles Jackson caught up to Dylan Young, and he's looking to maybe make a pass here soon. Charles Jackson really fighting to get up to Dylan Young and pass him. Charles Jackson has had a pretty rough season. He's trying to turn it around today. Dylan Young is just dominating this race so far. You can expect to see that from a veteran. He is doing well in all series. He knows how to drive a car. And that's all you need to know to do to be in racing. Well, you're going to need to know more, but if you know how to drive the car, I think you'll do pretty well. And he is very good at driving race cars, and that's why he wins races. And it looks like a battle for 3rd is heating up. Brendan Patterson has caught up to Derek Drayward, but it looks like he's not going to pass him yet. waiting for the right moment. Waiting for him to slip up. He's using his draft, but Jayward got a better run off that corner. But Patterson looking to his inside, but not going to get there. We still have battles heating up back here. Looks like it's singled out a bit, but Brian James still up here battling for the top 10 after ever so slightly missing that first caution. And same with Joseph Bryant, he's back here also. Same with William Duncan. And Austin Talley still held up by cars as William Duncan cleared the mountain and is trying to pass even more to gain more positions on Austin Talley in the point standings. And here comes the pit stops for the 9 drivers who did not pit. They're all in, except for Jeremy McMurray, David Rochester, and Charles Jackson. They're going to stay out one more lap here at Quarter Slimer. Not Quarter Slimer, Carbondale. I'm sorry if I kept calling it Quarter Slimer. I was not really feeling to do this race today, but I had to get it done. So I'm just kind of out today. And here comes Charles Jackson in, same with David Rochester, but Jeremy McMurray is staying out. Where I don't think, I forget if Jeremy McMurray did pit on that last pit stop cycle. Now I'm starting to remember, I don't think he did, but it depends next time by if he comes in. If he doesn't come in next time by, he definitely did stay out. Brody Talley is right on his tail, and it looks like he did not pit on, he did pit under that last caution. But Brody Talley, does he have enough to catch him? Brody Talley has a pretty strong car. Let's check in who won the Battle of Pit Road maybe for that pit stop cycle. I do think it was Dylan Young. Yes, it does look like that. Yep, Dylan Young did win that Battle of Pit Road. But he is a lap down. So he's going to have to work his way through the field, try not to get in a caution, and try to get his lap back next time these drivers have to come in the pit. But that might hold them up as the leaders. They have fresh air and they can get by. They don't have to worry about these cars, which can slow them down even more. So maybe when that pit stop cycle comes around, he will not be cycled into the leader. Jerry McMurray continues the lead here as these laps are slowly winding down. But he is catching them. And they're about to lap Tyson Broad for the second time. Yep, that's not something he wants to have because he is running 41st. So he has to work his way around back to the field. Oh, and Aaron Mason has a lot of damage on that right side. I don't know how he got that. Oh, Gene Sanford coming in the pit now. Looks like the pit stop cycle has begun. Oh, and they're looking to go 3 wide through this corner. That might not end up well. The first 3 wide of the day, I think. Well, for a while. Charles Jackson going to win it, but Jordan Eppolito trying to stay up. Jordan Eppolito and Nicholas Guerrero are going to come in. Same with John Wilson and a couple more cars. And Dylan Young is passing these the traffic easily. He could end up with the lead here soon. And the leader's at the pit. And he has a very fast car. I guess the fresher tires are working out for him. But he does have to be careful for cars coming in the pit like them. And that slowed him up a bit. Actually, all 4 of these drivers. And Charles Jackson is right on his tail. Did Brody Talley and Jeremy McMurray come in the pit, though? Yes, they did. Oh! What happened to Seth Coleman? What is he doing? I think he hit the pit wall and is caution out. No, caution is not out. And his day has gone from bad to worse. Now Charles Jackson is not too far behind Dylan Young. I think Dylan Young's pit strategy is going to work out and get him another win here and sweep both the Nationwide and the truck, and all he would have to do is the cup. But Brody Talley is up here. I don't think he's going to get there in time. No, he will not, and Brody Talley will hold the lead. We'll have to take a look at Seth Cole's wreck later. But Brody Talley will hold the lead. And Dylan Young, he's going to have to do what he can try to do to get this lead back. He's had a faster car than Brody, though. Will it be enough to catch him? Oh, Brian James coming out of the pits. And Brian James will take the lead. How about that? He has not been in the top 5 all day, and he will take the lead. And as these two battle, that could allow Dylan Young to catch up. Someone else is coming off pit road. That's Ben Paul, but he is way a lap down. He just about rammed into Dylan Young there, who's trying to run down the 2 leaders. And it looks like he is a little bit too. But will he have enough time? He got a great run through that corner right there. As I smell a very good battle heating up for the win of this race. Dylan Young has the fastest car around this track. Okay, not the fastest car around that track. That would be the 09 of, I gotta remember here, of Charles Sanford. Brian James actually has the fastest lap out of these 3, though. But I think Dylan Young has the fastest car on the track running now. Oh, Joseph Bryant close to that wall. And look what we have here. Austin Talley has passed William Duncan. That means he will gain a couple points probably at the end of this race if he can hold that position in front of him. That's not what William Duncan wants to see. Ooh, Jerry Guerrero just about got the wall there. Will Dylan Young have enough time? He was running so well till pit stops came. And now these two will hold out in front of him, and it looks like Brian James will get a win. Unless pit stops, I don't think they will have to pit anytime soon, though. As we have about 4 to go here at Carbondale. Ugh, just never mind. Ben Paul's a lap down, though. He did not get too well of a pit stop. He's 2 laps down, actually. Not too well of a race for him today. And Brian James came out of nowhere, and he's looking to win this race. If a caution were to come out now, he would win this race. Brody Talley and Dylan Young doing everything they possibly can to try to come back and win this. But no one seems to be catching Brian James. He is right to that yellow line through the corner. Let's check in on your championship contenders once again. Oh, oh no, William Duncan did not pass Austin Talley, but Austin Talley getting held up by lap traffic a bit. Not lap traffic, by some cars. That could allow William Duncan to catch up and pass him. Oh, no, he's looking to the outside. He's trying everything he can to get back past Austin Talley. And the white flag is out. And Brian James looks as if he will win this race. White flag is out for Brian James. And Brian James will come off of turn 3 here at Carbondale and win the Chips Ahoy 300. Congratulations to Brian James. Came out of nowhere and won this race. And Dylan Young's chances at sweeping the weekend are over. Let me take you to see what went wrong with Seth Cole at that pit stop run. We're back. Look at Seth Cole coming to the pits. He came in a little too hot, and the field actually bunched up. He's going to get a piece of Charles Sanford, and don't tell me what happens. Right into the tire barrier. That's the worst kind of hit you could do. Another pit wall excursion there, or whatever. And we all remember what happened at Indianapolis in Season 1 of the Dorsal Cup Series. It is not fun to see a car hit the pit wall. Not near fun, as this was actually a pretty bad hit for Seth Cole. That's enough to do some damage. And he's just going to do a nice little back up on the pit road, turn the car around, and jam the gas and run down pit road. And I want to show you Brian James's pit stop here. We'll be right back to show you how fast this pit stop was. He was running 6th when the leaders came in the pit. So let's see how fast this pit stop was. because he was running 6 when the leaders came in the pit, and he somehow came out first. So obviously something went right on this pit stop. Jake Rogers, I'm surprised he did not get penalized for the way he came into the pit stop. And it looks like right side tires only, and he's going to run off pit road here pretty fast, and let's see how he came out with the lead. Never seen a driver like this make that kind of pit stop. And he will zoom out of pit road. Here is Dylan Young and the leaders and Brody Talley, and he will come up in front of Brody Talley and hold the lead. How about that for Brian James? And I'll take you to your official race results here from Carbondale. And we are back. How about Brian James winning here from Carbondale? Led 10 laps out of the 45. How about that? Only 6 lead changes, but they were all 6 different drivers, and only 1 caution, which was 5 laps. Brody Talley going to pull out a 2nd, Dylan Young 3rd, Charles Jackson 4th, Derek Drayward 5th, Kevin Ulrich 6th, Joseph Bryant 7th, Richard Johnson 8th, Brendan Patterson 9th, and David Rochester 10th. And the rest of your finishing results here from Carbondale. And Austin Talley did beat William Duncan in the race for the championship so far, but William Duncan will still hold the lead. And Austin Ogo in his final start going to bring home a 21th place finish. Not the best finish he could have pulled out, but he did get a win in this time. And say farewell to Austin Ogo. Sean Galligan will be taking over that car next week. And your season standings here. Next week we will be at Memphis Motorsports Park. That ought to be a good race. Haven't seen much races there in anybody's series, so let's see if that's a good race. And Austin Talley did gain 3 points on William Duncan, but that is not near enough. Gene Sanford lost a point throughout this. Brody Talley gained a lot of points on Gene Sanford. Christopher Harley 5th, Nicholas Guerrero 6th, Joseph Bryant 7th. Tony Blazer went from 4th to 8th. Not a good day for him. Tristan Trivet 9th, and Charles Jackson rounding out the top 10. Brian James, this week's winner, running 20th. He'll pick up his first one of the season and join the winner's circle group. And Austin Talley is out of the top 5. 3 of the top 5 drivers have a win. Austin Talley and Brody Talley don't, but they're still holding up here. Good job by them so far. Brendan Patterson still leading Rookie of the Season points. He's doing a pretty good job. Congratulations to all these drivers. Again, I will see you next week at Memphis.